Yeah. Shit ain't fair.
On that, but you're tuning to the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast with your brother Old God and SamAnt sitting across the table from us today. Well, it came out earlier, SamAnt, that Young Buck was picked up in Tennessee on a felony fugitive warrant from justice and is for child abandonment. Now, according to Nashville Fox's 17, Young Buck was pulled over by police after he was caught talking on his cell phone while driving. Now, the officer asked Young Buck about marijuana. After he smelled the smell, he said that Young Buck reportedly handed the officer the rolled joint. They said upon inspection of the vehicle, officers found 3 grams of marijuana. He is being held until May because, again, he is considered a felony fugitive from justice, and he's going to be held until that time. No bond for Young Buck. SamAnt, your thoughts on this story coming out of the South?
Oh God, can you? And I apologize if I'm being a little, if I don't know of lack of knowledge, but child abandonment. Do you understand what that means? Like, what is that?
Yeah, I mean, like pretty much abandoning a kid or whatever, like
leaving in a car, leaving a baby in a car,
something like that, like or a house. Like say you had a kid that was 5, and you left him in the crib. You went to the store and something went down. They walked out in the street. Anything like that could be considered, child. That's one example of child abandonment.
Okay, now that's no laughing matter. You can't do that.
Right.
Very irresponsible of him for doing that. But for him not to be able to post bail, I think that's a little harsh. Unless I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. He's going to be in there till May now because of the situation. I'm not saying that was correct. I'm not saying that what he did was right. Very irresponsible, like you just elaborated. If a kid that age were just to walk outside and God forbid something would have happened, we're talking about more serious crimes going on with you neglecting a child. If that were to happen or whatever the case would have been. But for him not to be able to post bond, for him to just be able to have to sit behind bars till May, I don't know.
The thing is like they saying he's a fugitive. So that's to say, for example, they charged him with the child abandonment and whatnot. He ain't show up. Now he's running. He got a warrant. They pick him up. You sitting in here. It's like a punishment for not, showing up, for that court date. So that's the whole thing behind it. It's just like if you're on probation, people know, like, you're going to go to your hearing, your probation or something, you violate, they're going to hold you in there, as a penalty just for not showing up until we get ready. That's the whole, meaning behind it, why you can't, post bond down there.
Again, irresponsible on his part. Again, I understand it, but for him not to even be able to go, all right, I got to chalk up some of my money. Yeah. You're going to sit here.
Yeah.
Whew, I wouldn't want to deal with Johnny Law at all, man. I'd have just paid that bread and kept it moving.
Yeah. And it's just like, this stuff is always, because these stories come out, man, but we don't know like what really happened with this whole thing. But I don't like it either. You have to sit up in there, obviously, but the law's crooked. We know how.
I already know. I remember we were on our way to where were we? Down to Austin, the South by Southwest.
Right.
And we took a pit stop through not Nashville, Tennessee. I don't know where the hell we were in Tennessee, but it was some back road shit. Went grab some gas.
Oh man.
And the energy was crazy.
I bet.
Tennessee's a huge state, so shout out to anybody who lives out in Tennessee. It's a beautiful state, but we was in one of those areas that I was like, we gotta get the fuck up out of here now. I don't want to see no police. I want to get in this car, grab this gas in these old school ass dial gas station, whatever. Let's get up out of here.
When you said they got spots like that, I would say New Jersey, Delaware. Yeah, I was in Pennsylvania, like in the mountains. I seen spots like that. I think all over, but the South is different though.
It's
stuff like
different.
That.
I was looking
at different.
I've been looking at dogs, man. And I see this real beautiful place that got dogs. That's down in Mississippi. And that's one fucking state I vowed never to go to. As a brother in New Jersey. Like, you never will find yourself in Mississippi. And these dogs that I want so bad are sitting down there in Mississippi. So I don't know, man. If y'all watch from Mississippi, y'all gotta show me some love and let me know that it's all right to go down there, because I automatically
down there.
That I let me know that it's safe for that motherfucker, man.
Yeah, it does. I don't know, man. Just kind of growing up and having that whole perception of the South that we have from up north, and then seeing all the brutality that happened down there, definitely, makes you open one eye. But we know that it's places like that everywhere. I mean, like South Jersey's country as hell in some places. So it's just like, yeah.
Driving back from Upper Township, you dial through them coming back with back there. You realize, oh shit, it's a different part of Jersey back here, man.
Yeah,
violent too. All kind of, it's some places out here.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. But yeah, man, Young Buck's gonna have to sit up in there. I'm not sure if 50 Cent clown him or what. No,
not yet. But
it's coming. Definitely.
And when we do, we'll talk about it. But somebody will. I don't know if we will.
They're gonna be all over.
Oh, then every over 50 fart is coming on there. They will be covering.
Shout out to this, man.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? They keep us informed, though, even though it's some crazy shit.
Indeed.
Sometimes. But yeah, man, you're tuning into the Hip Hop Uncensored podcast with your brother, Old God, and SamAnt. We going in today on this Friday, getting it in for the people today, episode 288. If you're enjoying the content today, we ask that you hit that 5-star rating and leave a comment letting us know how much you enjoy the content. Now, John B, SamAnt, I think this is a great time to get into what John B said. Now, he's catching a little bit of backlash from this comment that he made about Beyonce. SamAnt has that queued up for the fan.
Heard about the past, John B. Things you used to do.
Oh, man.
John B. The games you used to play. Hold on. Here we go.
Major tour was with Destiny's Child as the opening act for me and Jagged Edge as the opening act. So, you know, we're all label mates and we're all going to the radio stations to promote our records together, all, you know, as just like a unit. And I love that because we don't do that anymore. And I mean, if you think about it, with Beyonce in the beginning of her career, so I was looking at little 16, 17-year-old Beyonce, just like, you know, I'm sorry, but because I'm a grown man at the time, it's kind of wrong, but you know, you already know. It was definitely awesome to be able to like come up on the side of the stage while they're performing. Destiny's Child was doing back then it was with Bills and all these records.
I'm sorry to cut him off. At this point, I forgot what he said after that. I'm a grown man at this point looking at a Beyonce at 16, 17 now. We just came off of Matthew Knowles talking about how Jagged Edge had to get kicked off a bus. The brother of Jagged Edge denied it, obviously saying what they said. But then John B, man, and I messed with John B heavy back in the day. I'm an R&B singer. He can have some hits. You know what I mean? But to know this, yeah, the hits. Shit. Some people, shit, hits could be two. Hits. But, but fucking, what was I going to say? He sit back and basically admitted it now. I couldn't agree more, but I was in 8th grade when I was watching Beyonce sing her first song. I wasn't a grown man. So what do you think about this?
I mean, you know, people are going to say it sounded wrong. You know what I mean? Even though people say, well, he didn't really, really go there. It's kind of like suggestive what he said. Like, you know, I know the fact that he said, I know I'm grown, you know, and then that is kind of, you know.
He gave the handshake set, but you know how it is.
Oh, see, I ain't see. Well, that's a whole other thing, man. Wow.
Know how it is.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't know how it is. That's the thing. I don't know. I mean, I never, you know, had those type of thoughts. You know, like you said, you was, you know, we was looking at her when we was younger than her.
Yeah, now my man told me about her in 8th. I was in 8th grade.
Right. For us to be, you know, so-called lusting after somebody that age is kind of crazy, John B. I would definitely like to hear him clarify that statement. Now, I know a lot of people got to be, or a lot of people questioning him in the comments under that. I know they are. They have to be.
Well, I was just reading. A couple people said John B's talking about looking at an underage Beyonce. He was in his 20s is the ultimate case of TMI. As far as we know, we never acted upon it beyond just staring. But that's kind of screwed up. I don't think John B is canceled, but let's be honest. A lot of men were looking at Beyonce like, damn, when she came out. Nah, I was in 8th grade, so I don't know. So people are thinking about canceling John B for his crush on an underage Beyonce. Shake my head. Why admit it? I'm going out on a limb, but saying most men look at underage girls, but don't pursue anything with them. Also, don't admit it. Wise. Look, a lot of men are dogs. Point blank, period.
Yeah.
Point blank, period. But we also got to understand that our young daughters turn into women, our nieces, our cousins, our sisters turn into women, and we have to protect them and respect them to a certain degree, understanding that, look, this baby's 16, 17 years old. I don't give a fuck how she's developing.
Right.
There's a certain line that you have to draw for yourself.
Exactly.
And knowing that, nah, this is a child.
It's almost predatorial when you really look at it. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, you know, you see those movies where the kid is playing at the playground and they playing and a guy in a van comes past and they have no unsuspecting. It's almost like that type of situation, you know. Now canceled. I mean, what are you canceling? Is he on?
What is he doing?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, how can you cancel?
2 hits.
Which is, you know,
they dope.
Commendable.
Timeless hits. Motherfuckers are going, they be in my wedding. Timeless hits.
Do you think that John B needs to come out and clarify his statement now or face further backlash at this point.
He will, because it's the day and age. First, for the backlash, no, because it'll be gone in 2 hours. And no one's going to remember this in a day or two. Like you said, is John B enough of a relevant star today for this to really gain any juice and really something to happen? Beyonce's damn near 40. Nothing's going to happen to this. But he made an ill-timed move. You could tell he hasn't really been in front of the camera and been seasoned enough to kind of go. Don't say that, bro.
Maybe he's going to drop a single or something behind this.
Well, that might go if it's dope. R&B need to come back, but I don't know. Like I said, stay with the hits. The 2 hits in 20 years, man. Keep it straight.
Now, do you have any indication of how old John B was at the time? Obviously, he was a grown man. I mean, his 20s, possibly.
20s. Let me check real quick.
Yeah, no doubt.
John B.
But nevertheless, I mean, when you look at different things.